Trendsetters. Do you want to take a moment to introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Kiara, also known as Kiara Consuelo on Instagram and social media. I'm based in New York, and yeah, that's me.
Okay, so I'm just gonna jump right into the first question. So I know you worked at New York Fashion Week, and we saw your collab with Tresemme. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so with Fashion Week, I actually worked backstage as a dresser. So basically, as a dresser, we work one-on-one with the stylists and designers. We basically get the last touch on the outfits and make sure that the visuals match the visuals that the stylists and designers have when it meets the runway. So there's a lot of pressure on us. A lot of people don't realize, like, a lot of people see it as we just put clothes on the models, but no, like, it's a lot of pressure because if we get one thing wrong, like, the designer can see it as the whole show ruined. But basically, Tresemme and E, there was one show where they were sponsoring the shows at the Chelsea Piers, and yeah, and basically Tresemme just had a little booth that everyone could just go into, and that was that little collab. It was more so like I worked for it instead of like a collab.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Seeing as though you attend Parsons here in New York City, how do you think that living in such a unique and diverse place has like impacted your style? I know you kind of touched on that, but like specifically when it came to like fashion and clothing.
Yeah, it really just makes you feel more comfortable with being yourself. Because when you're in the city, it's like everyone's just, fashion is just such a big thing, and everyone just expresses themselves through fashion. Like just a simple shirt, like the shoes you're wearing, like it has a lot of meaning behind the person. And seeing everyone just expressing themselves visually, it's really inspiring, and it kind of just opens your mind and makes you feel more confident to be yourself and just try new things. Like you're just not scared when you're in the city like that. So especially being at Parsons with so many creatives, it's just like you're not afraid of being yourself. You're actually you feel more confident being yourself instead of like hiding behind like any kind of negative thing that you're trying to portray. So being in a city like that, it just makes you feel more confident with your outfits, and you just want to try more new things and stand out. Like you're not scared to stand out. So being in a city like that versus a small town, it just really changes your mind and just opens it up to just trying new styles and new fits and things like that.
Yeah, I agree. What do you think is like, do you remember like an instance where you wore like kind of like a more eccentric outfit? Like, do you remember like wearing it out for the first time?
Kind of, yeah. So when you say that, this outfit comes to mind where I had red lipstick on, I had 2 pigtails, I had these Adidas red sweats on, I had this flashy white long trench coat, which is like iridescent, and some heels. And I remember wearing it, I was like, oh shit, this is kind of loud. But then I wore it in Soho, and I was just walking through, and no one even cares. Like no one's judging you or anything. And that kind of just made me feel like, wow, like just be you, like just do you. Like it really doesn't even matter.
Yeah, that's awesome. So do you ever go like thrifting in New York City? And if so, do you have like any advice for those who might have trouble finding like unique pieces?
Yes, I do. It's actually funny thrifting in a small town versus the city, because in the city everything's just overpriced. Like a thrift store, you could get a piece here for $8, when over there versus it's like $70 for the same piece. So it's interesting, but I found I recommend going to Urban Jungle in Brooklyn. Okay, that's like the best thrift store I've found while I've been out there. But yeah, I'd say about 60 to 75% of my closet is thrifted. I thrift all my clothes. Yeah, I just like having things that no one else has. Like I like walking into a room and being confident that no one's gonna look like me, no one's gonna have anything that I have. And when you're thrifting, it's kind of like getting one-of-one pieces. Like it's more rare finds, and it's more loud pieces, and it's more colorful, because I always wear color. I never really wear black. I kind of only have like a small amount of clothing in my closet that's black. But yeah, my advice to thrifting is taking your time. You really, really, really have to go through each piece while you're at a thrift store.
Yeah.
And you have to go into it with an open mind. Like, you can't go in and say, okay, I want this blue shirt that has flowers on it, because then you're probably not going to get it because you're just going in closed-minded. So you have to go in with an open mind. Like, you can look for something specific, but don't get sad if you're not finding it, because then you're just going to be frustrated while shopping. And make sure that you're being tedious and going through each and every piece. And be open-minded with the size too, because a lot of the clothing that I buy, I don't really care if it fits me or not, because regardless, I'm just going to make it work. So always have the mindset that you're going to make it work if you like it.
That's actually really good advice. And I live in Brooklyn, so I'm definitely going to check out that.
I love that.
Yeah. Do you have any secret beauty tips that like some people may not know about?
Yeah, I'm more of kind of like a natural girl. So a lot of people don't know, if you want to make your nails grow, okay, I'm about to put you guys on. If you want to make your nails grow, you take some garlic, okay? Natural garlic, actual garlic. You cut it up in little small pieces and you put it in your base coat or your top coat. And you can paint that on your nails before or after your nail polish, and your nails will get so strong and long. I promise.
Really? Okay.
I swear. My mom taught me that.
That's actually a new one. I've literally never heard that one before.
Yeah, it's not the best scent, I can say, but it's worth it. It's really worth it.
Yeah. And I know that a lot of people might be going like upstate to school. So do you have like any advice for how to like, like slay outfits in the winter, and just like in general, what are your favorite seasons?
It's funny you say that, because my favorite season to shop for is actually fall. Yeah. I just love fall clothing. Outerwear is my favorite category of clothing. I just love different coats, and I have a big collection of coats that I really don't need. But for fall, I just love the fact that you can layer without covering up your outfit with a jacket. Because in the winter, you obviously have a big jacket. Yeah, this is your fit, so it's kind of like you're wasting a fit. But in the fall, you can kind of do the open jacket thing, and they can still see what's going on, but you're still comfortable and warm with the weather. And with layering, I find that if you just put any like tank top, like even the tank top I'm wearing now, like if I put like a t-shirt under like a tight long sleeve t-shirt, or it would just be a long sleeve shirt, like a mesh or sheer one, like that's a layer right there that you could wear in the fall. So layering is definitely key in the fall. Try to tie in clothing that you would wear in the spring and summer into the fall, and just try something new,
Yeah, I definitely need to get some sheer shirts.
Yeah, they save my fall and winter.
Yeah. What is like an accessory that you think every person should have?
I'm gonna say jewelry. As you can see, I love jewelry.
Yeah.
I feel like jewelry can bring your outfit from 0 to 100. Like, you can have a basic white tee and some jeans and some sneakers, and it's just a basic fit, but throw on some chains, throw on some hoops, a watch, and then it brings your outfit, like, it just makes it look like you put way more thought into your outfit than you really did. Even if you have, like, I wear this necklace and I wear hoops basically every day, and I always have a watch on, but no one knows that. It's just basic jewelry that you have with every fit that you can wear, and it just brings it up 0 to 10 real quick. Definitely jewelry.
So finally, what advice or like message would you leave for the generation after you?
I just want to say, do you, and who cares what people have to say? As long as you're confident with what you're wearing, as long as you feel good, as long as you're being yourself, like, don't worry about what other people have to say, because we're in a generation where social media just takes over your mind, and you can become really insecure. Like, you can just want to follow trends because you see 5 people on Instagram following trends, and of course you can do that. Trends are important, but don't find yourself feeling insecure or just not wanting to wear something because you feel like no one else is wearing it. Because I definitely can say in high school I was one of those type of people that was scared to wear stuff because no one else was wearing it in my school, and it kind of just, it stunted my growth as a person and as a individual in the fashion industry. So don't do that to yourself. Just have an open mind and be confident with you, because I promise that your opinion on yourself is the only opinion that matters, and your confidence will reflect onto others. So just do you.
Yeah, that is a really good advice. That's great. Anyways, so that was my last question. Thank you so much for joining us on the interview.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and we will make sure that everyone checks out your Instagram and all of like the amazing things you do. So yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.